Solo, A Star Wars Story was a financial disaster. Well, a regular disaster too, but I feel like Disney/Lucasfilm is more concerned with the financial aspect, so it shouldn't be surprising, given the disaster it was, financially and just overall as a movie, that we got some news that isn't so great for a Solo sequel.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
So John Kasdan, the son of the wonderful Lawrence Kasdan, as you know, those two co-wrote Solo, A Star Wars Story together. And John is also fairly active on Twitter, and he was recently asked by a fan, hey, any updates on a Solo sequel? Maybe? And John's reply was basically, it's not happening, buddy. So really quick, I want to read to you his response and then talk about it a little bit, and also IGN picking up the story and just how absolutely sweet John is. Alright, so here was his response when he was asked, hey, any updates on a Solo sequel? Don't think anyone's pursuing a Solo sequel at the moment. I think a feature at this point would be a tough sell, and the Disney Plus Star Wars slate is really pretty packed. All shows I'm looking forward to. So what he's saying is you're likely never going to see a Solo sequel as a feature film in theaters, probably not on Disney Plus either, and even if we're thinking, okay, you can make it into a live-action TV show, that's not on the slate either. As of right now, things of course could change, but I feel like if we're waiting that long to have a Han Solo sequel, those actors are getting to the age of where Harrison Ford and Billy D. Williams already were during the OT, so it gets a little weird, you know? And I know I've not been shy about my dislike of Solo, A Star Wars Story. I think the first half was just hot garbage. The second half was fantastic. Loved it. If the second half's quality was in the first half, I would have loved the entire movie. So I guess only half a Solo is a disaster. But it's still definitely a financial disaster. No one can argue that. While I didn't love the movie, I liked Qi'ra. I would really love to see her in a live-action series. I'd love a Disney Plus live-action TV show about Crimson Dawn, seeing Qi'ra and Maul working together in this whole criminal organization. I think that would be a lot of fun. That being said, maybe that is on the slate. Maybe he's being truthful and saying, hey, Solo sequel isn't right now on the slate. It's not going to be a movie on Disney Plus. They're not doing it. But there's some spin-offs or certain characters that are going to have their own shows or maybe pop up in other live-action TV shows. I feel like he wouldn't go out and break that news. So that could still be there. And we do remember the rumors that have been going around for quite a while that we are getting a Crimson Dawn live-action Disney Plus show. So it could happen. Don't lose faith. Also, I love how diplomatic he is when he's like, oh yeah, it's full of shows, so there's no room for a Solo sequel. All that I'm looking forward to. He wants to make sure there's no shit show from what he tweeted. Which, speaking of that, IGN picked up the story and they ended up tweeting their story, and someone responded just being an absolute asshole about it, which is fine. It's within his rights, whatever. I mean, I've been shitting on Solo for a long time, but John actually responded, and he's so sweet. He said, sorry to hear you didn't dig it. I'm a Mando fan too. Love that IG-88 character. And then another person decided to be an asshole and wrote, who asked? Which I always think is a really funny question to ask because there's always somebody that asked. It's kind of like the people that say, am I the only one? No, dude, we live on a planet with billions of people. Of course you're not the only one. And John responded, a guy named Marco, here on Twitter. Because a guy named Marco was the one that asked him, and he responded. So I love how sweet John is, and he's so patient, and follow the guy if you want to follow the different stuff that he is up to nowadays. I support him. I feel bad for him, because sometimes he says things just to be very PR, and it causes just this absolute shitstorm. You know, someone will ask something like, oh, what do you think about this sexual orientation? Yeah, it could happen. Then it just fucking blows up and just goes crazy. And dude's like, I was just trying to be inclusive. Why is everyone attacking me? That's pretty funny. Sorry. So anyways, there's your Solo sequel update. So far, nothing is planned. There isn't a movie that's going to come out. There's no live action Disney Plus show planned, but that doesn't mean that maybe we won't get some more novels or comics or an animated series. We've seen qi'ra in the, what is it, Forces of Destiny. Although, oh god, her appearance in that opened up a lot of canon questions that really messed with Solo, a Star Wars story in some ways, but this isn't the video to get into that. I think I got into it when I reviewed her episode on this channel. Anyways, let me know how you feel about this. Are you sad we'll never see a Solo sequel? Did you hate the movie? Did you love it? Am I so wrong and it was the best Star Wars movie that has ever existed? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.